Linga means a symbol. It's a symbol of what? Linga always means a symbol. Say for instance, is a male. So male is a linga. Female is a linga. Napumsaka is a linga. They are all the various symbols. That's all. So similarly, the linga is a symbol of the totality, the infinite creativity which is in it. That is there. And she was doing, concentrating on it and doing, morning to evening. She was doing it at Kanchipuram. And by the Lord's will, there was a big floods in Kanchipuram. And her mud-made linga was being carried away by the floods. The mothers just hugged it. If it goes, I go. I die along with it. I will not leave it. Then the Lord was happy with her persistent love for the Lord. And he comes and tells, Mother, you have done half the tapasya now. And another half is to be done only at Tiruvannamalai. You have to go there, and there the Gautama Rishi is there. He will direct you as to what should be done. Then when the mother comes here, then Gautama directs her that she should do puja to the Ashtalingas, which represent the 8 directions, each in charge of each one, like Yama, Nritti, Varuna, Agni. So each one had once done puja of Lord Shiva by installing a linga. So she does all those places. Then Lord is finally pleased and comes and asks, what do you want? The mother said, look here. If I say I want to come back and again you will do talak, so I don't want such a thing. So give me such a place where you can't say talak, nothing can happen, I will be part of you. And the Lord said, that means I have to give you half of myself. So he gave half. So he was called Ardhanarishwara. So that happened to take place here, at this place. And there is the beauty of it. The another beauty of it is, what is Ardhanarishwara, what it represents? The mother represents the female part represents the heart, and the male part represents the head alone. So it's a dry jnana without the mother, and it is the mother who puts it with the water of love, which comes from the heart. So naturally the Ardhanarishwara means it is jnana with bhakti. See, Bhagavan came here out of bhakti. He came and hugged Arunachaleshwara, it is told, the entire, at night, all the gates were open to him. And he was always thinking of Arunachala long before he came. And that is what is called bhakti. Bhakti means devotion to your goal. So, what is the goal? The goal is to find out who I am. Why should you know? Without that, you do not even know what are your resources. So it will be just like using an elephant to carry the bag contained in the books of your son who is in the 5th standard. It is an underutilization. So you should know what are your resources first, and then you go do all your social work, 2000, and you need not go. During 1944 or 1943, when the World War was going on, some foreigners came to my Gurudev there in the Goa. This is not escapism. You should go there and then put some plaster to the wounded soldiers. And what are you doing here, sitting at the corner? He said, in 1 second, I can do much more social service than about 1 lakh numbers of you can do in 1 lakh years. That's all. My very sankalpa is enough because I am one with the totality. It is my dream. I can direct it any manner. That's all. That's how it happened. So this is the place where the mother finally, even the mother had to get her final totality, the final joining with that totality. That is, she was always there. It is only externally for our sake. She was never apart from that. Yeah, you cannot take away the Shakti from that. She was always there. So the entire thing is only just a mythological representation of the truth. That's that. So this is what I could think about Arunachala. Is it the same? I said, talk there in Trivandrum, some eaters.
No, Swamiji, no.
Entirely different. Why don't you sing the same in your own voice, in your own tune? Arunachala Shiva.
Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala. 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 Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala.
See, she sang the first 2 or 3 couplets from the Bhagavan's Aksharamanamale. They are beautiful ones. They are starting with how we have to join the totality. There's no individuality. The individuality cannot survive without the totality. It's always about the totality. The second one was Alagu Sundaram Pol. See, there's a pun there. In Tamil, Alagu means beauty. The Sanskrit word which has also been borrowed in Tamil, Sundaram, also means beauty. And Alagu was his mother's name. Sundaram was his father's name. And they had never quarreled with each other. They were so close to each other at all times. So he is punning from various sides. And now, when you say beauty in English, and when you say Sundaram in Sanskrit, the image of the Sundaram is different and the beauty is different. Both of them are the same. They are always identical. They had never been separate at all. So in the same way he says, oh Lord Arunachala, let us live like that. Alagu Sundaram Pol. Let us live like that too. See, I don't know much of Tamil. So whatever I could understand a little of it, because even though I was born in Tamil Nadu, my knowledge is less than his. That is there. So, and he has again told it in another one. What is the other one where he says to, let us be like this? You just sang. You just repeat them just quickly. நீங்கள் இப்போ நீங்கள் சொன்னீங்க 4 பாட்டு அதில் தான் அதில் ஆஃப்டர் திஸ் காந்தம் இரும்பு போல again he says say another one that was the Advaita. He says even if you are in Vishtadvaita, well, this will apply. He says when iron filings are kept and when a big magnet is kept, then the iron filings get attracted and automatically they go and join the totality. That's all. So the same thing. So he put it for that also. So he starts with that. Whatever he says, it has nothing to do with any ism. It holds good for non-dualism. It holds good for dualism. That's put on. Why don't you talk something separated from the totality? That is where all your miseries, all your sufferings, everything starts. So, Vittidal Kashtamam, the moment you leave it for a second, you get yourself separated, take it, the calamity has started already. That is why in Sanskrit it is told, Vipad Vismaranam Vishnu. What is calamity or danger? The day you forget the Lord. That's it. So, that's
he says, let me die without leaving you.
See, what is the question of dying without leaving you? The dying is for the body. The Atman never dies. The Atman only has to realize that it's not a separate Atman living in one body, but it is everywhere. It is all pervasive. It is the truth. It is the reality. So then you are dying without dying. That's all. Without separation, you are dying. You never got separated, you are always there. See, for instance, to explain it to you better, well, there is a big pot. It contains space inside. It's an empty pot. The pot breaks. Then what happens to the space? It joins the total, but it doesn't go and join there. It is already there. That's all. That's it. So, without separating from it, you die. That is for the pot. That's it.
He also says that the last part should be on you.
See, again he has come in. This is a sadhana. As I said, he deals with various levels. There is the highest level. Now again he comes to the normal man. What should he do? The same question was put by Parikshit. He put only one question. He says, I got 7 days. I am on the eve of my death. Death will take me, exactly sure to take me on the 7th day. So at this time, I have not done anything so far. So what shall I do now to get the Lord? He says that Tasmat Bharata Sarvatma Bhagavan Parameshwaraha Japtavyah Kirtitavishya. Whatever time is left now, from now onwards, leave everything, and simply think of him. Whether food is given, food is not given, doctor comes, doctor does not come, don't waste your time saying, don't take me to the hospital, don't do this, let them do anything with the body, you remain with him. So, that's the most important thing. At the last minute, what you should do, you should think of the Lord. So, if nothing, only thinking at the last minute. Ante Narayana Smriti. At the end, think of the Lord. That is, think of the totality. Even 1 minute will do. Sthitvasyam antakalepi brahma nirvana mrchati. You live with this totality that I am not separate, there is no body for me. That 1 second before death, when you are gasping for your last breath, done, you are there. That's all. But it is impossible. unless you have practiced it all your life. See, what happens is, there is a goldsmith. He was at the point of death. Then his 3 sons were all there anxious. They told the doctor, take his temperature. What's his temperature? He's only half unconscious. So he took the temperature and then he said, oh my Lord, it is 104.5. In his semi-consciousness, he heard the word he said 105. He heard the word 105. Yay, 105 is a good cause. I purchased at 78. Sell all those things. And then he died. That's all. Because whatever has been all through his life, that only can come in the last minute. That's all.
You eat radish, you bench radish.
There is a man who never believed in God. His neighbor was his good friend. The neighbor was a friend who believed in God very much. So he somehow wanted, that man was lying in his deathbed, he should somehow get the name of the Lord. So he went to him. He was semi-conscious. He called his first son and said, hey, my dear friend, do you remember who this chap is? Yeah, he's my eldest son. His name is Stalin. Okay. Then he called the second boy. Hey, do you recollect him? Yes, he's my second son. His name is Hitler. The third son's name was Narayan. So he called the third son. Do you recollect him? He is my last son. That's all, he breathes his last. The word will not come. That's all. Narayan won't come. It's not so easy. But yes, it's also possible. If you had that in the previous births you had practiced it, it could come at the last minute. How? The Gajendra, the biggest elephant, with all its troops, it forgot everything. It never knew about God. It was only playing all through the life. That is what you and I. The elephant represents you and I. That's all. Madonmatta. We are full of rut for the world. That's all. We are unaware of the highest. And suddenly when that crocodile came and caught his, even then it thought that with all his power it can get rid of it. And it was drawing him to this way, and that was drawing him down below. And all his wives and children, they all formed a chain with their tusk and then caught hold of him with their tusk, his tusk, and they tried to draw. Not his 1,000 wives and children were not capable of moving him away from that. That's Lord's grasp, the last grasp of Lord Yama. Nobody can remove it. So at that time, suddenly it remembered the Lord and it began to say, it begins to tell. It's a beautiful slokas, 100% Vedanta and nothing else. Yasminidam yasishchedam. Yeah. In whom all the universe is. And the entire universe, it comes from him, it goes in him. There was never a universe like that, it starts about to him. And how did it remember that? Being an elephant, who taught him that sloka? Pragjanmanyan Shikshitam. In Purajanma he was a king, he was daily doing it. At this moment it came to his rescue, he was able to remember it. Like that, if you had done something in the previous birth, of which you are not aware, it can come to your rescue now. So this is again another but.
So we should pray for the memory of an elephant.
Yes. True, but Pragjanman Yanushitam. The one which was taught him in the previous Janma, it suddenly came to his mind. It never took anybody's name. It never said, oh Narayana. It never said, oh Govinda. It never said, oh Brahma. No. It is the entire description is of the formless, the one who cannot be described. That's all. Beautiful. Gajendra Moksha Stotra, Gajendra Stuti is supposed to be the best. Okay. This sort of, talks and all that, I never have in the north. Every day 100 people come, 40 people may come. They will all come, sit down. They will tell about themselves, what his son is doing, how his son is the biggest expert in such and such thing, how he has done in cancer and how Holland has given him a medal. All these things they will tell. I will hear it and then say, Swamiji, your satsang was great, and they will go back.